we have a lot of picks to give you here on the show. We're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Huge card from college basketball. We got a college football pick at prime time we'll deliver. Let's take a look at the crew for tonight. We'll have Jeff Jeter aboard. Joe D'Amico's got a play coming in. And then we got Rod Zawacki in the center square. Joe Duffy. Chris Ruffalo will serve as co-host. Goran will come in at the end of the show with his Premier League segment. And Brian Bittler, who is sitting at the top of the leaderboard, just crushing it, Brian.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to crush it again this weekend.
All right, he is ready. All right, let's welcome my co-host here, Chris Ruffalo. Chris, you ready to roll? We get you off the mute. Uh-oh.
Sorry. I figured nobody wanted to hear my lovely voice. I thought I could just play pantomime going into the weekend. Yeah, I'm absolutely ready to start rocking and rolling.
All right, let's start rocking and rolling. Let's get our Friday business going here. Let's welcome Joe Duffy to the show. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Apparently not as well as Brian Bittler. Way to go, BB. Stay atop that leaderboard. I'm gonna try to catch you, but not because I want you to lose. I just want to go on some unbelievable winning streak.
That's right. You can see Joe Duffy as well at the top of the leaderboards over at the Pig Dogs Premium. He's doing fantastic work. All right, Joe, you're going to be looking at this one from the MAC Conference, college basketball. Toledo and Eastern Michigan. ESPN3 will televise with Toledo favored by 2.
Yeah, there were some of my best plays went off earlier today. Knock on wood, already cashed in with Maryland. Some slim pickings tonight, but this is one game that I do like. One of our top projection models. It's my favorite. Well, my favorite because it's the best of the simulators. They do 10,000 simulations, and they have Toledo covering at a rate of 69%. And Toledo, they're pretty balanced. I like balanced teams, especially this early in the year with the limited practices and uncertainties where they've got 4 guys that are averaging double digits. So it means, if one of their guys is in a slump, somebody else can pick them up, especially again with these teams lacking chemistry. It's nice that they have 4 guys that can score. And although most of my systems are usually fit into the counterintuitive category, here's one that's fairly intuitive. This is going to be the 5th game for Toledo, just the 2nd game for Eastern Michigan. And historically, when you do have one game, a team that's playing at least their 5th game and their opponent's playing at the most their 2nd game, the team that does have more games under their belt covers it about 56% of the time. So both, we got some computer play, some artificial intelligence, and some of what I like to say is the organic handicapping, all pointing towards Toledo. Toledo W marks the square.
All right, Joe Duffy here on Toledo laying the 2 against Eastern Michigan. All right, Chris, I agree with Joe. Matter of fact, we're going to give this one out today. I like Toledo in this spot. Matter of fact, Eastern Michigan, a team that couldn't shoot last year, bringing back some players. And, like you said, that old Akron angle you always talked about. Hey, if they couldn't play last year, what makes you think they're going to be able to play this year? How do you see this one?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, far be it for me to disagree with Joe Duffy, who hit the nail on the head with Tarleton State the last time he was on the show, and I think he's got another one here. Toledo's winning and covering games without Marion Jackson hitting his stride. I think he does it here. I like Toledo as well.
Yep, looks like all agree here on Toledo. Right, Joe, give us the last word on this game.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't quite like Tarleton State, where I said that was a rare case where I think there was a true intangible there. But Toledo, like I said, they are probably the better team. They're laying a small number of points, and at least at this point, they're certainly the more refined team with, all these games that are getting canceled and kind of the unbalanced schedules where certain teams are playing more games. I just think it's also a very good scheduling spot for them as well.
All right, Joe Duffy here with Toledo laying the 2. All right, Joe, you're doing very good work over at Pig Dogs Premium. What you got going on?
Yeah, knock on wood. All of our picks were today. I don't like anything for tonight, so we're done for the day. Knock on wood. Our first game is in Maryland, so I think that makes me 10-5 on the year in college basketball. So that's pretty solid. We got college football up for tomorrow. Double-checked after postponements and whatnot, have, I think, 9 winners, including a game of the year, the Fox Saturday night game of the year. So it's one of those games that's both great, you can watch it, and a great game to bet on. So quite a few name plays already up for Saturday's college football, and hopefully by the time the night's out, I'll be uploading some great NFL winners. And like I said, finally back where we belong after this nightmare called 2020, all the back doors, back where we belong, winning. And we're among the leaders in both college basketball and college football, and very soon the NFL.
That's right. I get on board with Joe Duffy. You see the numbers there. College basketball And of course, the past 7 days documented over 700 units of profit over at Pig Dogs Premium. Great time to pick up one of those long-term passes. Get a 7-day, get a 30-day, get all of Joe's plays for that time period. He's got college basketball, the NFL, college football. Of course, the NBA will start in about 2.5 weeks. So get on board right now with Joe Duffy. He'll get you the winner's circle. He is killing it over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Mr. Duffy, Joe, have a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
We shall, gentlemen. Have a great show, as you always do.
All right, everybody. Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru, man. Check those leaderboards, man. He is just absolutely killing it. All right, another man who's been killing it is our man, Joe D'Amico. Let's welcome him to the drive-thru. Let's get everything signed up here, and here we go. Mr. Joe, how you doing, Joe D'Amico?
Wow, Tony, Chris, gentlemen, I'm doing great. That trio up there, wow, that's a good-looking trio, me, you, and Chris. But I want you to know I'm very happy to be here. Took a few days off. I had some other things I had to do. Very happy to be back with the best crew on the planet, the Pig Dogs crew.
Glad to have you here, Joe. I know you're going to be looking at this one between Oregon and Seton Hall. Oregon opened a point, but, man, there's been a lot of steam on them. Favorite here up to 4, total 140.5.
Well, Tony, as you know, the last time I was on the show, I gave out another free winner to bring my drive-through record, an astounding 33-12. I got the winner in this Oregon-Seton Hall game tonight. Oregon beat Seton Hall last season, sports fans, while their best player this season had to sit. Eugene Omoruyi, say that 5 times quick. He's their top scorer and top rebounder. He's a stud. Watch out for this guy. He's one of the best players in the country. He transferred over, had to sit last year, and this team got better since because he's on the floor. They have another year of experience with some very talented players. He's playing tonight. The 21st ranked Ducks kicked off the campaign with a loss to Missouri. You can expect them to come out here and make a statement. Folks, Seton Hall, they are a decent team, not to take anything away from them. But playing in Omaha, Nebraska against a very angry Oregon squad is going to be fatal for this team. The Pirates just don't have the depth. They really lack the depth. They don't have the bench. They don't have the talent on the bench. Like I said, they're a talented team. Their starting 5 is good. But they just don't have the depth, and they don't have 5 guys that are going to go 30-plus minutes in the game. The Ducks are 11-2, the last 13 on neutral sites, 4-1 the last 5 overall. Take Oregon, guys. This is the game. This is the one. They have to come out, make a statement, and show not just the rest of the conference, but the rest of the country that they are one of the best teams in the nation.
All right, Joe D'Amico here says go ahead and lay the points here with Oregon in this one against Seton Hall. Chris, what do you say?
Yeah, I can't lie to you. I'm on the same page here. I just think Oregon's absolutely loaded with Omoruyi as well as all the other pieces they had in the lineup. I think we just still have to see if Seton Hall can actually win without Miles Powell. And granted, Seton Hall's had a tough schedule their first 3 games, but until I see it, I gotta take Oregon here.
All right, we all agree here with Oregon laying the 4 here against Seton Hall. All right, Joe, big weekend coming up. A lot of football, NFL, college football, college basketball in the mix. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, I am so hot in college basketball. I am scorching bookmakers left and right. Tonight I have 1 game left on the board. It is my coveted 45-16 best bet play. To me, it's the best bet on the board today. Go over Pig Dogs, go get that. I've got 3 big college football games on Saturday already posted. Guys, I got my ACC game of the month. Last week, I got everybody paid with my Big Ten East game of the month on Indiana. I have my 87% no limit. I got my 4-0 gridiron. I am so sure I'm going to grab a broom and sweep the board again tomorrow that I posted a 3-game discounted package. You get all 3 big winners with a guarantee for 1 low price. And guys, right after the show, I waited for a couple of lines to move that I knew were going to move this afternoon. We're talking about Friday afternoon in college and pro football. I'm going to be posting a few more college football games and a couple of big winners in the NFL. I'm telling you now, 2 things. A, grab a broom because I'm sweeping the board this weekend. And 2, take some life insurance out on your bookmaker because I'm going to burn that sucker down.
All right, that's right. Get on board. Joe D'Amico, you see the numbers of college basketball, nearly 300 units of profit documented. Want to get his weekend pass? He's got a 7 and a 3-day pass, or go all the way with 30-day pass. All his plays, 30 days over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's doing great work over there at the site. All right, Joe, as always, great having you on the show. Have a great night, great weekend. We will talk to you next week.
Good luck to everybody. Everybody on the show, good luck. And all you viewers out there, have a great weekend. God bless. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on here with the Chris Ruffalo. Chris, your time to move up and center here. Long Beach State and Loyola Marymount here. With Loyola Marymount, the favorite here, laying 7. Total sits here at 149.5.
Yeah, I had to make sure that Al Ninos wasn't on the show tonight so he didn't try to steal this game. You look at Long Beach State, they finally get to take the floor. I mean, they had their first game against UCLA postponed because of COVID issues, and UCLA didn't want to take the chance and whatever. That Long Beach State's finally gonna get on the floor tonight against the Loyola Marymount team that now they're finally healthy. They got 3 guys back that didn't play last year. Joe Quintana, Damian Douglas, Matthias Marcuson. Those 3 guys were from a team that won 21 games a couple of years ago, and the fact of not having them in the roster dropped this 21-win Loyola team to 11 wins last season. You kind of get an idea of how much these guys actually meant to the lineup, as well as leading rebounder and leading scorer Eli Scott. It's a Loyola Marymount team that can do some damage in the West Coast Conference this year. As far as Long Beach State goes, I mean, yes, they have Chance Hunter, Michael Carter, Colin Slater, the starting lineup, 3 double-digit scores, and they brought in another one in Isaiah Washington from Iona. The problem for me here, though, is that I think Loyola Marymount is just too good. Long Beach State normally schedules hard early in the season, but they don't always get the job done, and they're used. Tongue-tied here. Long Beach State is used to getting higher points spreads. In your 14s, your 16s, your 18s. We're getting a light number at 7 with a very good Loyola Marymount team that I think wins this game by at least 10 points. Lay the points for Loyola Marymount. Close out the night with a winner. You won't be sorry.
All right, we got Chris Ruffalo on record here with taking Loyola Marymount here, laying the points against Long Beach State. All right, quarter after the hour. Chris, a lot of action tonight. We're looking at a good football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, you can see it over my right shoulder. I got another day for everybody on the calendar before we head into the weekend. So I'm going to see what's behind door number 4. I almost knocked the tree over. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened to me in my life. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, so for everyone who's watching the drive-through tonight, you guys are going to get $10 off my all-day packages. So I'm known for having some of the more comprehensive packages from start to finish throughout the day on Saturday. What's going to happen is any package that you see that's an all-day package, you're going to get $10 off. They're normally $49.95. They're going to be up there for $39.95. My section packages just for like the lunch rush, the dinner rush for the early and late games. Those are $29.95 on their own for $5. You'll probably get a good 7, maybe even 9 games for $39.95. Those are going to be some of my prime plays of the day. Guys, we're going to put some cash in your pockets. Even if you get a 7-day, 30-day, even a 3-day pass, that's going to get you college hoops, college football, NFL for the whole weekend. Even, we're going to have the sports season pass up there, college hoops and NBA. Guys, hop on one of those value. We're going to put some money in your pocket this season.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium. When those long-term passes the way to go, you can see his numbers approaching 700 units of profit college basketball this season. We got full boards. These guys are killing it in college basketball. Get it right now from Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get that college basketball package from him right now. All right, Chris, as always, a great work here with us here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on as we move toward the bottom of the hour. Just a reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. Our drive-thru show, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And, of course, what are they got to do with that like button, Chris?
Smash it. I'm on keyboard number 64.
64.
I think I saw my fiance wrapping 1, maybe 2. She might have been putting them on top of each other. So I might have another closet full of these things by the end of Christmas. So we'll see. But smash the like button, please. Cost you a second. It doesn't cost you a cent. Helps us a ton. And, we can only deliver bigger and better things with the more likes we get. So give it a hammer.
Absolutely. We thank you very much, guys, here for giving that support here on the drive-thru. Smash that like button. Help grow our audience. All right, continue here on the drive-thru. Time for Rod Zawacki. Rod, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good, Tony.
All right, doing well. Of course, you're going to be looking at this South Alabama-Auburn game. We've got Auburn laying here 11. Total sits here at 141.5. The game tips off at 9 Eastern time over on SEC Network. Which way are you going?
For me, I look at this game, and you look at South Alabama. They're off to a good game. They've got 6 players who are averaging in double digits, only allowing 66 points. They're shooting crazy from the field, shooting 49%, 46% from behind the arc. Then I go look at Auburn, and for this Auburn team to be giving up 81 points a game, that's normally not like them. So I dug a little deeper, and you look, and you think that's just because of the road. don't think so. They're 2-6 ATS. Their last 8 is a favorite. They only got three players. Average this Auburn team's having trouble. The only way they're going to win is with this with some crazy defense, and it just hasn't been there this year. So for me, you got to take South Alabama plus the points. Take South Alabama plus ATS as a road dog. Their last 5.
All right, Razovac says take the plus points here with South Alabama. Chris, what say you in this matchup?
I can't disagree with Rod here. I like South Alabama as well. I think Auburn's lucky to be 1-2 right now. I thought St. Joe's should have beat them in regulation, but they missed a free throw in that game. I love South Alabama getting the points here. I think it's a tight game throughout.
All right, agreement here with South Alabama here, plus the 11 here against the Auburn Tigers. All right, Rod, what do you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I still got available. I got Rod Steak Friday Birdcage going. I've got 2 college football plays in there, and the there as well. All the package, or grab something long term, some 3 days. 7 days or 30 days, grab something for the weekend. We're going to have a huge weekend. Or even better, if you want, check out the live show. Chris, and Brian, and a consensus all in there. That live show pass is killing it as well. Be sure to check that out as well.
That's right, guys. Check out Rod Zawacki over at Pig Dogs Premium. One of those long-term passes will get you going. You want to get a 30-day from Rod and get all his plays. Remember, the NBA starts in 2.5 weeks. We're putting our work in right now. We'll get you ready for that. Of course, it's a big football weekend. And, of course, it gets bigger and bigger as we close out the regular season from college football. All right, Rod Zawacki, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
Yeah, you have yourself a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
All right, we'll see Rod Zawacki on Monday. All right, continue on here on the drive-thru. We're going to welcome here Brian Bittler. And Brian, we've seen you at top of these leaderboard, man. You're killing it right now.
Oh, that's where I like to be right now. I got a college football run, a college basketball run, an NFL run. I'm running the table. I'm ready to have a big weekend.
All right, we're ready to have a very big weekend here. And, of course, just on cue here as we're going to bring in Brian. We have someone here from the chat room where they want to know Wisconsin Marquette. What does everyone think? Lo and behold, this is your game, right?
I'll tell you guys what I think. This is a game that easily could have been a premium, but I like to have an odd number of games, so it didn't make the cut. But I tell you what, it's a very strong play because Marquette lost this Wisconsin team 77-61 last year. This is a battle in-state rival game. I think that game, a bad taste was left in their mouth. They're coming off of a bad performance, so they want a bounce-back game here. Marquette, you're getting points at home. Badgers 1-6 against the spread on Fridays, whereas Marquette is 4-0 last 4 times they played on Friday against the spread. Also, the underdog in this series, 10-4 against the spread. I'm loving Marquette plus the points, but don't be afraid to sprinkle on the money line.
All right, we got Brian Bittler all over here. Marquette plus here against Wisconsin. Chris, what say you in this one?
Yeah, this was one of the toughest games on the board for me. But, and I like Marquette as well. I think, Marquette's going to be out to prove that they're more of a team than just Marcus Howard after he's gone from the program. And Wisconsin doesn't score a ton of points. So I'll take a shot with Marquette in the points as well.
All right, agreement here with Marquette plus the 4.5 against Wisconsin. All right, Brian, as we're approaching the bottom of the hour, what do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? You are just absolutely killing it right now. Number 1 in college football, over 700 units of profit.
Yeah, tons of profit, but I'll tell you what, I got 2 things to tell you about real quick. You can get my 3-pack of games tonight for $50. I'm on a 9-2 college basketball run as well. But Saturday, I have my once-a-year college football game of the year. Get that right now at pickdogs.com for $30. Only do it once a year. If you bet one game with me, make sure it's this Saturday. It's my college football game of the year. Pick it up.
Pick up as a game of the year. One of those all sports passes, 3-day, 7-day. Get on board with Brian Bittler. He is delivering winners. You see the numbers in college football. But, of course, you see him top of the leaderboards past 30 days, past 7 days, consistent over there at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Brian, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we will talk with you next week.
Love being all of my best friends on a Friday night. I'll catch you out next week on Monday.
All right, everybody. Brian Bailey here on the drive through. All right, we'll continue on with the show. We're going to welcome Jeff Jeter to the show, and let's see if we can get him in here. Jeff, how you doing tonight?
Doing great, Tony. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. You're going to be looking at this North Texas Mississippi State Ben Howland team here with we got the Bulldogs laying 3.5. The total sits here about 131, 132 in some places.
Yeah, looking at the under in this game, I mean, starting with the Mean Green, it came out, little tune-up game here against Mississippi Valley State there, won 116, 162, but then, 2 days later faced the Arkansas Razorbacks and only put 54 points up on the board and lost, 69-54. Didn't cover the spread in that Arkansas game. And, looking at it, they only shot, 36.2% from the floor and 2 for 13 from three-point range against, Arkansas. But what was kind of interesting in that game is that, they were right in line with Arkansas, as far as rebounding the ball. And they were actually almost 80% from the free throw line, but just didn't get the opportunities in that game. Meanwhile, Mississippi State, we saw that first game with Clemson's shot just wasn't falling. And I thought maybe that was just kind of a one-off, but, it seems to be a continuing occurrence here with the Bulldogs. I mean, they're only averaging 61 points a game. They're okay. They're doing fine from three-point range at, 37.9%, but they're pretty mediocre from the floor in general at 43.2%. But, I'll tell you one thing, these Mississippi State Bulldogs, they can't – free throws – they're only hitting 55% of their free throws on the year, and I just I do not see how this game is going to be close and competitive. North Texas has got another opportunity here to get up on an SEC opponent before conference play starts, and so it's going to be a competitive game tonight. But I think it's going to be one that goes under. I just think both teams are kind of a little wishy-washy on the shot making here, and so take that under tonight.
All right, he says take under here. Cold shooting on both sides here. All right, Chris, what say you here with this North Texas and Mississippi State team?
Yeah, I got to agree with the under as well. I mean, North Texas, for being the 53rd highest scoring offense in the country, they always seem to find themselves in these lower scoring close games. And like Jeff said, these guys couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat from the free throw line. So I'll side with the under in this one as well.
Agreement here on the under with North Texas and Mississippi State. All right, Jeff, as we're approaching the bottom of the hour, we're about a half an hour to tip off of a lot of games tonight. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
And I've still got my 3-pack up for tonight and all that good stuff for college basketball. And then tomorrow, going to have a ton of college football for you guys as well as college basketball. Be sure to, if you want to give it a test run this weekend, that 3-day pass, very valuable, especially this weekend, and that'll get you through to, through Sunday or Monday. And of course, like we always talk about, the 7-day, 30-day passes. Be sure to pick it up, and don't forget, NBA starting here just under just a couple weeks here, so or just about 3 weeks. So be ready to be a lot of busy schedule coming up here.
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of work to do here as the NBA is approaching. Pick up one of Jeff's long-term passes there. You can see it there. You want to try him out for the weekend. He's got a lot of football coverage up there, the Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You'll get college football, NFL, and there's college hoops in there as well. That's a pretty good value to get you started. And then you upgrade to that 30-day, and then we'll be able to get those NBA, when the NBA starts in 2.5 weeks, you'll get his plays. Of course, the Christmas Day, there's going to be a lot of action there from the NBA. All right, Jeff, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, continued success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thank you, guys. Good luck this weekend.
All right, everybody. Jeff Jeter here on the drive through. All right, we'll continue on. And welcome to the show, Goran. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium as well as Sports Chat Plays covering European soccer. Goran, how you doing?
Hey, guys. I'm good. Another busy weekend coming up. So, looking forward to that.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I know you cover European soccer. You're going to be looking at Chelsea and Leeds here for the show.
Yeah, we had Leeds last week, and I know that Chris was watching that game probably because they were playing against Everton. We had that game going over, and it ended 1-0 for Leeds, but the only thing that stopped the goals from happening were the goalkeepers, because It was crazy game, a lot of chances on both sides, and I see pretty much the same thing happening this week as well, except we have a Chelsea on the other side, the team that's scoring a ton of goals. They have a lot of firepower on the defensive end. They have beaten Sevilla in the Champions League earlier this week on the road, and they have the opportunity to even take over the top of the EPL this weekend. So once again, it's going to be a fun game, but I hope the defenses won't be as good as they were last week, and I think we'll see a lot of goals here on both sides.
A lot of goals on both sides, and of course, let's go ahead and get that pick up there from Goran. He says take Chelsea leads over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score at -120. All right, Chris, what say you in this one?
Well, Tony, you're going to start picking Goran's games, because I swear every week he just picks the team that played Everton last week just so he could stick the knife in and twist it just a little bit more. As far as this game goes, I've got to agree. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Leeds have been, like we said, in high-scoring games last week, and the goalies were the only reason it didn't go flying over the number. I'm looking at another play here as well as this one. I also like Chelsea to win and both teams to score at +185. I think Chelsea wins this game 3-1. So that's another play, bonus play for everyone here as well. Chelsea to win and both teams to score at +185.
All right, so bonus play here from Chris here on the drive-through. All right, Goran, we just passed the bottom of the hour. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, we had a good week in the Champions League and the Europa League this week, so we'll look to continue the same now over the weekend, over the next 2 days. And there are 3-day passes and 7-day passes up and a season pass already, and the daily pass is coming up shortly this evening.
All right, guys, check Goran out there for European soccer needs there. A lot of action this weekend, so pick up one of his long-term passes over at Pig Dogs Premium. And, of course, Goran, you also do a lot of work on Sports Chat Place, right?
Yeah, the Saturday games are up already on the Sports Chat Place, and the Sunday games are coming up later today. And then again, the final round of the Champions League group stage next week and the Europa League as well. And then we'll take some break from that until, I think, late February or early March or something like that.
All right, Goran, as always, check him out over at Pig Dogs Premium and Sports Chat. All right, Goran, have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, our buddy Goran here on the drive-through. All right, now it's time my turn, and we're going to be looking at the college football play tonight between Louisiana and App State. We're going to go ahead and take the points here, +3 with the Raging Cajuns. They're an experienced offensive team. They've had their offense getting tracked the past 4 games. Looking at their past 3, Louisiana's averaging 485 yards. They're running the ball effectively, 6.8 yards a carry. They've got a senior quarterback in Levi Lewis, and against the Sun Belt, averaging 8.2 yards per pass attempt. So he gets the ball downfield. We had said, remember we went through all the spread. We did it a few weeks ago, looking at the spread analysis here for the teams. Appalachian State was one of those teams that really struggled to get point production, getting over that 40-point mark in a lot of games when they were aligned as big favorites, not covering. And I just think in their step-up games, they struggled. I mean, we look at some of their score. They put up 7 at Marshall, 23 on Coastal, 17 at Georgia State. And one thing to note here about the Appalachian State defense, this is not the same defense with Satterfield. It's a different team. They're giving up 4.2 yards a carry on the ground. This is against the Sun Belt. Okay, now you're playing one of the top offensive squads here from the Sun Belt. I'm going to go ahead and take the 3 with Louisiana. What say you, Chris, on this one?
Yeah, this was something I gave it on the morning show. I like Louisiana on the money line. I just think, Tony, like you said, this isn't the same App State defense, and Louisiana's got that 3-headed monster in their backfield of Trey Ragus, Levi Lewis, and Elijah Mitchell. I just think they're going to, run the ball down App State's throats and have the same sort of formula of success that Coastal had. So I like Louisiana on the money line.
Okay, agreement here with Louisiana plus the 3 guys. Check out Pig Dogs Premium. I'll have long-term packages up there as well over at Pig Dogs Premium. One of the 7 and 3rd-day passes as we post college football, college basketball, NBA in a couple of weeks. And, of course, we'll have a big NFL card for you on Sunday. All right, here on Drive-Thru, we're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and we do it rapid fire action here. We get all the picks in. We get you within half an hour. We get you ready for the games that tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Non-stop picks here on the show. Let's go ahead and recap the show picks from today. All right, we got it started here with Joe Duffy. He was on Toledo -2 against Eastern Michigan. Joe D'Amico, he says Oregon -4 against Seton Hall. Chris, Loyola Marymount, lane 7 against the Beach. Roz Zawacki was on South Alabama +11 against Auburn. Brian Bittler, take Marquette +4.5 against Wisconsin. Jeff Jeter, North Texas and Mississippi State under 132. Goran, Chelsea leads over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score. That returns minus 120. Yours truly was on Louisiana +3 against App State. All right, Chris, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, I've got to agree with my fellow puck dog. I like South Alabama +11. I think Rod's got a winner in that one, so I like the Jaguars.
All right, so I'm going to go with Joe Duffy here with Toledo -2. All right, here on the drive-thru, guys. Hey, we got Gordon in this segment. Gordon, any other extra pick for us?
I would take Bayern over Leipzig in Bundesliga this weekend as well, except you got to add goals to get some better price for it because Leipzig is playing in the Champions League and they have a crucial game coming up, so I would take Bayern at home.
All right, there we go. We got Goran on record here for another play here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, have yourself a great weekend. Let's go ahead and bring in the pick dogs from tonight's show. Give you guys enough to wave off. Have yourself a good night. And we will see you guys next week. Before we go, take a look at the birdcage play here from right below me here from Rod Zawacki. He says Seton Hall halftime money line, Loyola -7, Toledo money line. That's +806 from Rod Zawacki. I don't see that birdcage shaking, so he's pretty confident. Chris, what do you say?
We're going to have to disagree on a couple of those, but respectfully disagree. So, it's a viable bird cage, right? If he's the master of the bird cage, so I can't knock him on it. But yeah, you're right. He's not shaking. He's got to be confident.
He's got to be really confident with these picks. So I like him. All right, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll talk with you Monday